that makes for a very interesting kind of inflection point with the dollar yen and gold, believe it or not, because yields right now don't have any follow through. But if they do, and dollar starts to pull back down, then gold should get supported here. Otherwise, I'm expecting that whole digestion period to surprise, and this breaks. So I'm expecting basically 2,000 in gold to be the line in the sand, right? Pretty psychological and pretty basic channel support. And if it breaks, we head down this 1959 area. But in order for that to happen, we need to get the dollar yen back above and moving higher. And this is basically my contention for a while, that we would have the dollar yen, this support right here, this 200-day, right? It came right back inside. So the next logical area of support would be this trend line. And then it tagged beautifully on Thursday and moved higher. So it's still digesting. So I'm still looking for this 137. Once it gets above 137 the next time, once, twice, 3 times the charm, I think it'll move pretty quickly. So I'm looking for that level again, 137 on dollar yen. And I believe that gold and silver will come under more distribution. We'll see that pull back even more. And right now it's a choppy mess, but I think we'll break that 2,000 and come down to about 1960 area. So that's going to put some pressure on gold. Long story short, it's another kind of reason for the season to be a little short-term cautious on gold. This is starting to peter out, which is just an indicator. Gold is up here. Trend followers, ignore me. This is just for that pullback that I am still spying. And the fact that it's been so bloody strong is basically testimony to how strong it's still getting accumulated. So there's that. Anyway, it bounced perfectly on support. That's all I wanted to say and show you. The dollar bounced absolutely perfectly at 101. And it wouldn't surprise me if it kind of gets up here and then gets rejected, because big picture, we are still in the zero, which is very, very negative. Still think this gold has a little bit of a tease here lower as the dollar yen pushes higher and the dollar is firm. I still think this is going to be a more pronounced sell-off in gold like silver was. All right, dollar yen is still pushing higher. Market's a chop fest, but that is very clear. It's up at right back up to the 200-day. It got here, got repulsed, right? It got above, came back in, and now it's doing it again. Third time looks like a charm to me. I think it's going to push right back up and through 137. Careful on gold. We already had silver, shock. GDX follows. We're still above on a trend basis. Just a little protection. See these puts right here? Dollar yen is pushing higher. Gold is coming down. I'm still expecting some weakness there. And then dollar yen looks very strong. That means FXY is not, right? And as FXY falls, I hate to say it, but it is very much coordinated with bonds are also weak. And then we'll see if gold gets any further downside push, but it has so far broken this intraday, although I know it's a little funky. Looks like it's moving higher. GDX is definitely taking it on the chin. Looks like it's going to break that 33.22. Silver already led, and it's still weak sauce. It's fascinating. I know. It's like it has this look like it wants to move higher, and yet it's clearly in distribution. And my intermarket says the same thing, right? So that's the kind of, here it is. I showed you this yesterday, right? So this is my bullish percent index. That's loose monetary policy right here back in October. Liquidity, 1.5 trillion or whatever it was estimated by Matt King of Citibank. Lots of digestion, but nonetheless, we have support, broke out higher, so it's still trending. No question about it. And I said this, well, it might take a little while for the yellow to catch up with this green and then roll over. And then we need to see what it does. Because once it starts to percolate higher again, it's very bullish, right? Very, very bullish. Otherwise, it's in digestion and it's basically, it just means it's a short. But it could do a big dump or it could just digest sideways and then continue to move higher. So right now, all it means is that the momentum leaves and gravity, right, takes hold. Right now, silver is still having some pretty strong selling, 1.8 million, for example, in the last half hour. GDX has a good flow of about 1 million. And gold is still holding with the least amount of selling, but it has the best looking short chart because it has, to me, to catch down with silver and gold miners. Short-term bearish gold, as I've mentioned. Swing long and dollar yen still very strong. I just don't see 137 getting so rejected this time. I think we might poke above pretty quickly. I think dollar yuan is gonna play hardball right now and stick. And I think dollar yen is on its way. That will have impact on maybe getting a little bit more pressure here in TLT and gold. But that bears watching, man. Seriously, that's when risk comes into a market, when they're not watching what's happened with the Asian currencies. So definitely keep that in mind. I know debt ceiling's more focused on everyone's talking points, but we don't know what's going to happen. But this is really very strong. So if we can get above 137, I think we're going to fly to 139. And that's when market volatility will enter. Otherwise, we get rejected here. We come back down. Market might get supported and burst higher. But I definitely think this is worth keeping on your radar.